Mujira bi accident in real time nga bebekonye kati mbakuba involved sengandu good them nyenga I gave him right of way. Good morning my people, how are you today? Today is Market Tuesday. Market your businesses, market your products, market your services. But also today we're going to be covering people is what we're going to be learning about. But I hope your morning is okay. So come to where businesses are located. Yeah, Muyombia Mark, Lawrence Omore, Bridget Kakai, Hashim, Travel Live Vlog, King Daniels, The Wee, Jones Info, Peter Chamba, De Kamuka Godwin, Mulinda Gonzaga, Kuteisa David, Joshua Eden Farm, Igumba Jonathan. I hope your morning is okay. Starch Events, Steve Barros, good morning. Julius Ivan, VIP, good morning. Mokundane Gideon, good morning. Consider people, the guys that have their businesses, services, and products. Tell us about them. You can share your phone number. People that have cars on sale. About the Moroka to wish the past couple of days. And our budget is 14 million. Our budget is 14 million, and finding a wish at 14 ganunji or inajigura kumutungo mumanyi. Normally that's what it is. So if you have a wish on sale, it's your time to tell us about it. Yeah. But I hope you're doing well. Tell us about your products and services. Tell us. I do pre-purchase inspection. If Godwin, that story, a young man a year to say, the story of the boy that committed suicide has contradicting versions. Of course, there is a version of asking for 2 million, which I also doubted, and then there is a version of homosexuality in the school, and the kid being one of those guys that are fighting it, and then the guys that are practicing it taking care of him. You know what I mean? Ostege, right? So there are two versions of the story, and we don't know which version is actually true for now. I find that for now, only the family knows the truth. Forget about everyone that is posting their versions of what happened, but the true version is from the family. Probably one time, the father will come out and share this. The father seems to be a socialite, yeah, and I think because he comes from that background, it was very easy for someone to speculate that he asked for pocket money of 2 million and he did not receive. Now, I understand that there are kids that take a lot of money to school. There is a time at urban school, a kid came with dollars, which take it, right? Umana yajane dollars. Ngate tata we yazimuwadde kubeera nazondo spending. I don't know. Like in a country where people don't buy things from the shop in dollars, how could you give a kid dollars? Like I think he had about $400, which take it, right? So I understand there are parents that give their kids a lot of money, but I don't really think that it was the money issue. I'm still getting a hang of which story is actually true, and probably we'll discuss it. But like you said, we need to pray for our children and of course show them the right way of life. But the right way of life is also subjective. It depends on where you're standing. There are people where the right way of life is, if you don't have money, things don't move. And of course, there are people like us where if the money is not there, the kids will adjust. My kids adjust very fast. They adjust. Like there is a time I was talking to one person, we were doing inspection. It was a lady. And I told her how we moved to our house in Kasangati had everything, running water, tiles and everything and power. And then we moved to our house in Matuga before it was complete. No cement, no nothing, just concrete. And my kids were sleeping in the same room with a lot of stuff, which take it. And there was no power. And every evening I would drive very fast, go to the borehole and get water. And they adjusted very fast. And then this lady was telling me, and then, but for her, she had just shared the story of how they used to eat balungu, how they used to eat yams, and how they used to eat the dodo as sauce. And for me, I was just thinking, okay, like there's no kid that would prefer to grow up in your kind of life. So even if it did not traumatize you, there is no way it's going to traumatize my kids. And life improved for them. It gets better. And I find that as life gets better, they get to know that everything takes a process. Like from living in this one room where there was everything, to living in a tiled environment, to have running water, to having power, from a time when there was what they were watching. They were watching YouTube on their mother's phone because that's all they had, to a time where they have their own laptop, then to a time where they have Netflix. You get it? Then there is that progress that they see in their life, and then eventually you can spell it down to them. Do you remember when this was happening? Do you remember when this was happening? Do you remember when this was happening? You get it? I find that, but of course there are kids that have grown up in where there is money is in a lot of is in supply, yeah. So maybe for them they will not appreciate the process because there was no process to begin with. Like a kid is born when their dad is driving that ML in front of us, and the mother is driving probably a sedan Mercedes Benz, and then there are plenty like 7 cars in the compound. It's very hard for a kid like that to appreciate the process. Umwana akura mkatono bata 16 bamwachi Peugeot yevuge, one bamwachi Audi yevuge. Then there's probably no process for them. But again, if the dad can probably maintain the kind of life that that the kid has been going through, not maintaining until the kid grows up, then the kid will of course enjoy it. Like I'll give you an example of the CDF of this country, General Muhoozi. He grew up when there was plenty. You see pictures of him when his father was still in the war. Like the dad was fighting, he had child soldiers, and then Muhoozi will come and greet them. And you could see clearly in the image that Muhoozi was a kid of privilege. And he has grown up in privilege. Everything works out for him because the dad is there. The dad has been able to maintain. He grew through the ranks in the army, and now he's the chief of defense forces. So it can also be disastrous in a way, but if the dad can maintain the kind of lifestyle that the kid is used to, then I see no problem with that. You get? I see no problem with that. But good morning once again. Today's Market Tuesday. We're going to be talking about people now. For the people that don't know, we have been covering marketing lessons for the past like 2 to 3 years, and we have been talking about the marketing mix, guys. Remember, we talked about the marketing mix, and the people is one of those is one of the elements in the marketing mix. The service, the 3 service elements that came later. Remember, in the beginning, we were all product companies. You produce bread, put it in the right location. People tell people it's there at the right price, and people will buy. The time when we had Mintake, hot loaf, and all that. And then time went on, and competition. It became very easy to start a bakery. It wasn't as hard. You did not need a lot of capital to start a bakery, and people like Arthur, I can wake up tomorrow and decide to start a bakery. Let's start in bakery, and we all have bakeries. It's not hard. I can get a mixer, I can get an oven, then get access to Veras, and start making bread and sell fresh like that. So when it came like that, then service became part of the product. You need to give people service, and that's when the other mix elements came in, and that's where the people comes in. Of course, we have the physical evidence, then we have the processes, yeah. But let's talk about people. People are very important in any business. Like, I'm going to imagine I'm explaining it to a 6-year-old. So you're a 6-year-old kid, and you're selling passion fruit juice. Kucharo. You're selling passion fruit juice, and your friend is helping you sell the passion fruit juice. Yeah? And you're selling the passion fruit juice to people. Yeah? Every person, every standing person that is involved, or every person in a wheelchair, so that we are inclusive, every person that is involved in either the process of selling or buying your passion fruit juice is a person. And collectively, those are what we call the people. Yeah? People are inseparable from services, and these days, even a product comes with service. You get? Like you can see in the past, as long as someone gave you bread because they say they sell bread, there was no complaining. But now, if they hand you bread in the wrong way, or hand you bread and they are rude while handing you the bread, that's enough for them to lose business. Because social media is too powerful these days that we can complain. Yeah? So, what makes the people element very important? People in businesses, people serve. People deliver. People get reviews, yeah? People get reviews. So while you have a business, I'm going to use the example of SPK driving school. If you went to SPK driving school to get a driving permit, yeah? You went to SPK driving school, you don't know how to drive, you don't know the process. You walk into the SPK driving school office and you say, "Hi, I'd like to get a driving permit." The first person that talks to you, we are beginning the people element. How that person talks to you, how that person looks at you, how that person reacts to all your comments, that's one thing, that's one element that will either get you back to that office the next day or not. How the person answers your questions, how they give you the information that you didn't even know, that influences whether you come back to SPK driving school or not. If that person is friendly, you will definitely want to come back. If that person is rude and not nice, then you will not want to come back. If that person doesn't know what they are talking about, the chances are high that you will not come back. You get? We were playing Richard III, and this time my brother did the part. I did the part last time, but then this time, because I have a lot of things to do, everyone suggested I give away the part, and I gave it away. And surprisingly, everyone that watched the play liked it. They liked the character that was portrayed by him, Richard. So you see, it's inseparable. I used to think I was good, but then he was also good. People liked how he delivered the part Richard III. They connected to the character, which is what they want. People, when people come to your business, they want to connect with the people that are in there. Today in the morning, I went to a supermarket. When I went to the supermarket, to buy, a chick came with a basket, what you guys want to call shopping carts. And as I bought stuff, she would tell me to put stuff in the shopping cart. I kept putting stuff in the shopping cart. I kept putting stuff in the shopping cart. Just that thing can get me to come back. Now I'm Musare. Now I'm the kind of person that is not used to that kind of thing for people serving me. I grew up in a life where I was the one literally serving. I was never served. So sometimes I'm not easy with having people serve me. So it's also a thing to do with culture. But I was happy that someone came with a basket. Now, people like me that appreciate the fact that if you're going to employ someone, make sure they are doing well. One thing that displeased me was the fact that the person that was holding a basket for me was not doing well. And stuff like that. They are doing their job. I appreciate the fact that the supermarket goes this extra mile, but I don't appreciate the fact that they don't take care of their employees. Right? Probably something for us to think about, for the love of cars. If you have a business and you employ people, before you get them to serve us, take care of them. Make sure they are happy. Make sure they are doing okay. They may not be happy, but if they're doing okay, the smile will definitely come. They'll be clean. They will look healthy. You get. Yeah, but the thing that they did, then I went to the counter. When I came to the counter, the chick at the counter smiled. You get. She smiled at me and she was counting a lot of money, and I said, Mpako kusente, and she said that we tunazitwala. And I said, and she said, and then we had a conversation that was leading nowhere, but she was nice enough to let me take my conversation forward. And then my money was less by 400 shillings, and she said, nice. And I said, I went and brought money. By the time I came, she had packed and she handed my stuff to me with a smile. You get. So people, like in the supermarket, you would think that the supermarket tutu na migati. Fetuguziza byogura genda. Tetukuwa demugati mbuye. But I've had interactions that made me feel like me coming into that supermarket, I am appreciated. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. I am appreciated. And I also understand that these people are humans. They are not plastic things. They can smile at you. Of course, the chick that was carrying the basket never smiled at me. That's why I said she's not doing okay. But the chick at the counter smiled. The chick at the counter looks more healthy. I think it has to do with what salary these guys get. So you already now understand the aspect of people in a business. You get. I'll give you another example. I'll give you another example. If you were at SPK driving school, and you went to learn how to drive, and Mama Aban went to SPK driving school. Now if you went to SPK driving school to learn how to drive, and the person that is teaching you ananagira the person that is teaching you na yetamanyi. And as you're on the road moving, you eventually the police stops you, and the police asks the instructor for the instructor driver's license or the instructor's license, and they don't have one. And the police parks you on the side, and then the instructor has to bribe the police officer, and then you're let go. That will impact how you think, how you feel about SPK Driving School as a brand. But however, on the other hand, if the police officer stops you and asks the instructor for their license, and the instructor hands over their license to the traffic officer, and the traffic officer says proceed, you get and probably the traffic officer says you guys are very good, you teach people very well and stuff like that. How would you feel as a student at SPK Driving School? My guess is that you'd feel very happy, you'd feel very proud to go to this place. I have a student who is I think Obama Somali. He's one of those guys that are in the fuel business. He was a manager at one of the petrol stations. And most of the people that come to do digital marketing at Platos are either small business owners, or they are people that are planning to start their own businesses. So this dude came and did digital marketing, and I saw how proud people can be when they understand that the people that are giving them a service know what they're talking about. And so he came one time. Of course, he needed to consult on something. So he comes with his business partner. And the moment they enter the office, I was there. The business partner knows me from For the Love of Cars. He said, I've met this guy. Do you know him? And then the other dude did not know me from For the Love of Cars. He knew me from digital. He says, you should get this guy. He should do some marketing for us, like sort of influencing. And then this guy saying, yeah, that's my teacher. That's my teacher. I saw the pride in these guys' voices. They know me from different places, but they were all proud that they knew me from those circles. The guy that I taught digital marketing was proud that I taught him digital marketing. He quit his job, by the way, and started his own business, which is doing well. And he was proud that he knows what he knows. You get it? And then the other dude was proud that he knew me from For the Love of Cars, and that I share the information I share with them and stuff like that. So when people know that you know, they are proud to know you. They are proud to be served by you. And that's a place where you want to be as a business owner. And this means that you need to either hire people that know what they are talking about or know what they are doing, or you need to hire people that are nice enough to be nice to people, so that it masks the fact that they don't even know what they are talking about. So people are inseparable these days, even from the product, not just from the service. When you go to a petrol station, and speaking of which, I don't know if there's anyone from petrol stations that watches this, probably in marketing or anything, from Shell, Total, Starbucks, and all those. The guys at petrol stations, they sell us tire pressure. There's a petrol station where I literally spend 1 million shillings every month on fuel, but I go to get tire pressure, and the askari looks at me like, you have to pay. I give you money, ngate. I spend 1 million shillings at your petrol station. That has gotten me to start taking fuel from other stations as well. I used to be a lawyer, but I don't think that someone that buys fuel from you should also buy air. Whether it's a tip or not, we should not be tipping people. But surprisingly, these askaris actually switch off the air. But Jako, they switch off the pressure. We know jango ina soka mukwogera naye omweyo olukumi aliokate pressure. Uchitegera. Kasenya Yasin, good morning. Henry Modern Juice, JFK Ads, Albert Kayondo. Help me understand why you say Subaru 2 consumes like a Toyota of 2.5cc. I'll make you understand that tomorrow. Paul Sema VIP, good morning. George Bob. Arthur, okay. Start events. Mr. Arthur, I'm one of those who don't entertain those big schools anymore. The only big school I went to was Nalia SS, and it's a Catholic school. My sister went to Seta High Naye. Kajamu, good morning. Dr. Kasule Matia, VIP, good morning. Those schools are just hyped schools, just Kweraga. I left Nalia SS with the second grade O level, but my sister, but my sister went to Seta Olema. The results in new are different from those they get. Yes, Lucky Mose, good morning. Ipsam, no, not today. Probably tomorrow. Aramat Photography, good morning. Nakate Christine, good morning. Charles Sevaduka, when are you playing the play Imaginary Invalid by William? No, Imaginary Invalid is not by Shakespeare. Imaginary Invalid is by William Wichary. It's by William Wichary. But that's we did that. We did that like for close to 5 years, I think. And we even did Imaginary Invalid at the National Theatre in 2019, I think. Yeah. Ranjith, this is in Kampala. WAMV Technology. MD Hossein. Okay, Ranjith, let me put you in timeout for 24 hours. Gilbert Tamanya, good morning. Mikhail UG, Julius Ivan, VIP, good morning. After there is something about Lukman fuel stations, they seem to be very welcoming. Exactly. Customer service. Make people feel welcome. You get, I know someone that works at Lukman as a supervisor, I think. And I know people that started taking fuel from there because of the friendliness of the staff. You get. But the people element, have you guys had a border guy? You literally want to use the same border guy all the time just because the border guy is friendly to you, or because the border guy seems to know what he's doing. He rides properly, taita kubitara, tasara salambi atetaga kusalamu and stuff like that. That's what the people element does to your business. But also, I need you to understand that the people element also applies to the customer. It applies to you knowing who your target customer is. Yeah, properly. You know who your target customer is. Burunji, I am a bread maker, but I make bread for high school students. Yeah, or I make bread for married women, or I make bread for unmarried men. It has these ingredients like this and this and this and this, and the reason why it has these ingredients is because the unmarried men need these nutrients and they don't get them because they don't have a woman to cook for them. We know Kubanga, you can explain why you targeted this particular audience or market and why you're making them the product you're making them. But today is Market Tuesday. Tell us about your products and services. I do pre-purchase inspection, guys. If you're going to be buying a car and you need a guardian angel, I am your man. I come with a mechanic, and together, me, the mechanic, and you will make sure that you get the right car for your budget. Okay. However, I recommend that you chat with me before. That's why you pay the 50,000 consultation and also booking fee. And then we talk about what car you want and what price range it is and whether you can actually get a car like that. You get. Serada John Paul, yes, good morning. Castola Viseko, Chambade Hannington, good morning. So we chat and figure it out. I also sell tracking devices, guys. If you want a tracking device that will be reliable, that will give you the location of your car in real time, give you alerts when the engine is started, give you alerts when someone is over speeding, and give you alerts when someone is stuck in jam like this. When someone is stuck in jam, it will sell you a parking alert or engine idle alert. I'm your guy. The tracking devices will cost you between 350 and 450,000 shillings. The one for 350,000 shillings is a tracker that doesn't, you cannot call it. You cannot listen to the people in the cabin. Whereas the tracking device of 450,000 shillings gives you the ability to call it and listen in on what the people in the car are talking about. Yeah. So you can buy tracking devices from me, or you can hire me for pre-purchase inspection. Or you can tell people about the channel. Yeah, you can tell people about the channel. You can tell people about the services I offer if you yourself cannot support. People, tell us about your products, and the guys that are selling their cars, please tell us about those cars here. I have a lot of people that inbox me. Guys, I'm not a salesperson. Era bwondaba nga njogedde ku mmoroka wano ng'omanya tulina ajagala. You get, eh? Ng'omanya tulina akola ki? Tulina ajagala. However, don't send me images of your car and videos and say atanjagala ontundire mmotoka eno. Of course, we are going to have that service very soon, and when we have that available, I'll be telling you. But currently, we don't have that service, yeah? The service that we're going to be giving you will include us inspecting your car and spelling out in full detail what condition your car is and listing it on the website. And we list it on the website and also list your contact number so that people now can contact you directly and tell you, after I listed this car on For the Love of Cars, I'd like to buy it, and then you guys can meet up. If these people hire us for pre-purchase inspection, then that's also okay. If they don't, well, we have given them a comprehensive report of how your car is, in what condition it is in. Yeah, but for now, we don't have that service. Please don't inbox. I'll also be giving you the official number for your cars to be listed and how to get appointments for those things. Yeah. After I help, is it possible to get a which new model UBP? No, it's not possible, Mukundane. It's not. Okay, it might be possible, but I don't know. Matha Academy ari busy ku somero starch, somero lyatandika. Aha Peter Kyambadde abagambye atuna mark 2 grand, gwe Peter Kyambadde onyiza n'okunyiza. Bitu ayi tunonya mark 2 grand. You don't want to share your phone number. Can't you think people are going to look for you how? Yeah? Share your phone number. And by the way, guys, I think we give ourselves a lot of hype. Guys, your phone number, sharing, like people are not going to hack you. And I know there are people that use our phone numbers. Never take a reference. The app. But don't worry about that. When people inbox you, never tell this person to pay their loan. Be open and tell them, you know what? I don't know this person. Simumanyi. Simumanyi, and they'll let you go. Peter, share your phone number so that people can contact you. Share your phone number so that people can contact you. All Ugandans don't have customer care. One day I entered a certain restaurant and the lady threw a fork at me and told me to go and pick toothpick myself from the serving table. Mujoga. Godwin, Ugandans, I don't know what is happening. I think Ugandans have a lot of stress, or they have suffered so much. It's important that we understand that this customer gives you money. And this customer knows like 20 other people that could give you money. If you treat them right, they will tell 20 other people about you. If you treat them wrong, they will also tell 20 other people about you. And the bad news normally travels faster than good news. So you don't want to be in that position. If Peter Kyambadde is a dealer in cards, okay. You write your phone number, Peter Kyambadde. You write 0, you leave 2 spaces, 7, 2 spaces, 7, 2 spaces, like that. Karota Uganda, good morning. Harrison Muhindo, good morning. Arthur, I heard you talk about heavy duty shocks. Is it okay to change only the front pair, or we have to replace all 4 shocks to balance? Guys, when you're changing shocks, the type of shocks at least, change all 4. Like if you had ordinary shock absorbers and you want to put heavy duty everywhere. Put heavy duty everywhere. Good morning, Omoria Stephen. How are you? Guys, thank you, Stephen. Guys, double tap your 45. I need to get at least 40 likes for me to continue. But meanwhile, tell us about your products and services. Guys, like the broadcast, double tap. I need to get at least 40 likes for me to continue talking. Kati Mwirangi, you market your business. Stephen Omuria, share your phone number or email address still. Share your phone number so that people can reach out to you. Guys, like the broadcast. I need 40 likes for us to continue. Benzi ngefu wakaka.
But you don't want to do ever again. Oh my word, it goes on.
Round and round and round and round. I love you so, I need you so, I never leave you so. Girl, I'm taking this every day, every night. That I really feel you, I can't deny. Give us a chance, you and I, you and I, you and I. Give us a chance, you and I, you and I, you and I. Watch on him, 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 nothing gonna last for long. Time does not wait. Okay, man. But guys, today is Market Tuesday. Let's market our products and services. Let's tell people. Mzenga ya zara leetyo. Ate bano sibazu. Emitwe jijeshuwa diro naye ya zara leeti. Anaye muzali mangu. Especially the guys that if you're in your 20s, late 20s, Zara. Asajja bafuire mmoroka mulimba nyine mmoroka agenda bawono gye bafuide eringa gye basiiziza brush but that's why nze saagala bantu balanja abo bagikoze bubi yonna oba yasasudde sente entono erabika bulungi n'akatono but anyway guys ndaba comment wano zembadde sinnagira I specialize in Germany cars, spares, accessories, infotainment, ECU. Mukitegedde Stephen Omuri abagambi concentrating specializing in German cars. Yeah. Igumba, Arthur, yesterday, your question, yesterday I did answer you actually, Jonathan. I said it's possible that the RAV4 is actually consuming the right way. RAV4s consume. But I also say that most of those old RAV4s, RAV4 old model, the engines have already been overhauled. Now, sometimes when these guys, the mechanics overhaul our engines, bazikola bubi, nebatuza bubi valve emoroka nebange enywa amafuta because of the cylinder head bagikola bubi, okitegeera naye cylinder head baba bagikola bulungi yali badde kwongeramuko ku highway kala at least. Now, again, I'm exhaust. Like I said, I did it in a TikTok video. Go to your exhaust pipe, quarter you. If there is black smoke in your exhaust pipe, it has something wrong. If there is no black smoke and it consumes and you know it's immoral, then you should ask your mechanic or ask the person who bought it from if that engine has ever been overhauled. If it has ever been overhauled, then definitely there is a possibility that batuza bubi valve kitegeeza olina okujjako head eyo badde batuze valve bulungi ogizeeko, you'll see a difference. But it's also possible that the RAV4 consumes like that. Things like increasing the tire size. Moroka ezimu empiira egiriko kati minene ebenywa abnormal nakibagamba moroka eno gyenvuga kati emipiira egiriko bwegigwa kungenda kuzaako the factory the stock tires ejjagirako bwa bbeeyi naye bujja kuyambako emoroka enyo okunywa obulungi. Most of the Sientas you see in town have not been modified. Era wosanga Sienta gye bateekako emipiira eminene, it consumes a lot more than other Sientas. So there are other things that could influence. How often do you change your air cleaner? How is your driving habits? How is your driving style and stuff like that? There's so many things that influence. It's possible that it consumes like that, but you could also want to diagnose it. That's why I cannot rule it out. I cannot afford a RAV4 nzenganzi. I cannot. there is a possibility that it consumes normally, a consumption yayo, but there is also a possibility that it has something wrong. So you just have to go back. Omanyiga jituita diagnosis. You go back in history and figure out stuff like when was the engine last overhauled, how healthy is the air cleaner, how healthy are the plugs, if they're old, they're for old model, the plug wires, are they functioning the right way? And yeah, how do you drive? Your driving style is also very important. Why Ugandans don't like driving pickups like American pickups? Hardly. So guys, I'm going to talk about this. I'm going to do a video on TikTok about this. Guys, Americans buy big trucks because it's a culture. The culture is influenced by the infrastructure they have. They have big roads, very well-made roads that can accommodate those cars. Just imagine you driving the F-150 and like 10 other people drive the F-150 on the Ugandan roads. Already the double cabins that we have here are big enough. And also most of those pickups, they consume a lot of fuel, and a lot of fuel can directly translate into a lot of money. And a lot of money means first of all, our petrol is very expensive, or our diesel is more expensive than those that in America. So they can afford to drive big engine cars like 4,000 cc, 3,500. Here, it's the rich people that drive those big cars. Then probably the other thing you need to understand is that the expense. How accessible are those big cars, and how expensive are they to be bought? The Americans buy new trucks. They can even get financing. Here, if we had financing that was fair, probably Ugandans would be buying the double cabin pickups or the trucks. Americans asoro vuge myaka 5 moroka ngatanajimalayo. Wano wa ogenda vuge moroka myaka 5 ngatanajimalayo. Never. We buy cash. And so the prices push us out. Then the other reason is that the Americans have manufacturers of their own. Like the Ford is made in America. So they can buy it because it's made there. The taxes are not as much as what we, for example, here you bring a car, million, Mombasa, for example, government here Uganda is charging 25 million in tax. It's that bad. So there are a lot of things, a lot of reasons why Ugandans end up driving. For imported vehicles. We import vehicles from China and from Japan, I mean, and Dubai. And the bigger the engine, the bigger the tax. That's why the big cars are more expensive. The bigger the engine, the bigger the tax. That's why most of the cars that importers bring are small engine cars. Because you'll find that if you got, for example, a Toyota Blade, it will be more expensive than a Toyota Auris, yet they are the same size. But because the Blade has a bigger engine. You get it? Yeah. Godwin Munai, abantu bafete bakyalina hope in life. Oyoza omulaba nga she came back to work naye nga alina abalwadde ewaka. Depression, anxiety. Guys, regardless of what you're going through, you see how I come to this broadcast every day and smile? It doesn't mean everything is good in my life. No. But this is also my office. Regardless of what I'm going through, if I'm not okay, I will tell you guys I'm not okay. I need to rest. So that's what we do. And that's why business owners hire employees and they have multiple employees. So that if the employee is not okay, you have someone to sit in for them. But if customer, they take the beating, then it's not good. Electric wires, poles in the middle of the city, no longer fashionable. Wires should pass underground like water. Generation empya tujja bikolera. Mr. Arthur tuzaale buzazi tutesebo kujina emiyayo gye Kampala. Starch gwe, I'm sure every man has met a good woman at least once or twice. But the thing with you guys is that when you meet a good woman, you treat them like trash. Nimugina ne emisege. Katumba anti ate emiyayo mingi, emiyayo mweje mulondawo. But okwewala okuzaala late. Because okuzaala late nakyo kibi. Ogenda tuka ino 70s ng'okyaweerera. It's not a very good thing. Solomon Namuli, good morning. Solo Extra, good morning. Enoch Ahimbisiwe, good morning. Chairman Zach, Arthur, man, Sunday I went to a restaurant on paying my Visa card declined on first try and asked the lady to try again. Now you man to go to innocent. Ila todayo. Some of those people, baina kubera mbi factory yunga, they are working in factories because they have no customer service. Yeah. The taxes is single to Uganda. Taxes are so high. I almost failed to pay taxes on for my drone. Yeah, kastoch tegede. Onomura shavawa. Hata amanyi tuga assalamu alaikum. Benjamin B, good morning Benjamin B. You get lost. This platform is a stress killer for most of us. We are always waiting to talk about cars. The Americans put a 25% tariff on small pickups after the French and Germans put a tariff on American chicken. Yeah, but then they make their own trucks locally. So they are okay. They make their own trucks locally. Kaiwa Benjamin, good morning, guys. Kamba Sibre. Thank you very much for being part of the broadcast. But the takeaway from today's broadcast is the people aspect is very important. You need to understand that business moves with people. It moves with people. They are developers. They need to have a humanness in them for them to give customers a good experience on their websites. The delivery guys have to be nice. The people that at pickup points need to be nice. The guys that answer the phone when customers call, they need to be nice. You need to understand that people these days are inseparable from from the product or service that they provide. And once you understand that, the rest of the things will be quite easy. And for us to take advantage of this, for the people that have big businesses, take your people for customer service trainings. Take your people for customer service trainings. They are very important for people to understand the tenets of customer service and to understand customer expectations when they come to your business. Every business in a customer expectations. We'll cover that next Tuesday. Every business, when customers come to your business, they have their own expectations. For SPK, we have different expectations. For the love of cars, we have different expectations. If we go to Javas, we have a different expectation and stuff like that. So you need to understand what the customers are expecting from you and then give them exactly that. What's the best company to buy a car on installment in Uganda? I have no idea, Janan or Jan. When I get one, I will definitely tell you. And if they give me money to tell you about it, I'll also tell you. Yeah, and I've been approached by a number of companies that want me to influence for them. But once I don't understand your approach and I don't understand how you work, I don't do it. For me, it's not really about the money. It's also about making sure that you guys get good deals. Yeah, but I've been approached by many companies that and some of them I know about them. But did you improve your service? Muyombia Mark, Lawrence Omure, Bridget Kakai, Hashim, Travel Live Vlog, Louis, King Daniels, Jones Info, Peter Chamba, guys, temwera bilankona pre-purchase inspection and under car trackers, yeah? Kama Godwin, Mulindwa Gonza, Gakutesa, David, Joshua Eden Farm, Igumba, Jonathan, Starch Event, Steve Barros, Julius Ivan VIP, Mkundane Gideon, Kama Godwin, George Bo, Paul Sema VIP, Albert Kayondo, JFK Arts, Henry Modern Juice, Kasenya, Yasin, Paul Robbins, Kajamu, Dr. Kasule Matia VIP, Lucky Mose, Aramat Photography, Michael Eugene Nakate, Christian Charles, Sebaduka, WAMV Take, MD Hossein, Gilbert Amanya, Julius Ivan VIP, Sirada John Paul, Chamba de Hannington, to me, Mr. Ivan, Sebamazeyo Karota Uganda, Harrison Mohindo, Stephen Omuria, Isoba Ivan, Lucky Mose, Richard Damulira, Solomon Namuli, Solo Extra, Enoch Ahimbisiwe, Kaiwa Benjamin Nkumaze, John, Richard Damulira. I'm looking for 6 acres of land, but around Wakiso or not very far from Wakiso at around 5 to 6 million each. Guys, let me know. Ani yali atunda wano eka yayina oba eka 12 yayina eka mmeka? Someone was selling land here. Yeah. Why would people decide to lose hope? Enoka where people don't decide to lose hope. A lot of things that are happening around the country will make you lose hope. You guys have seen the things on Twitter or X now with an account believed to belong to the CDF. We have to be careful the words we say. We have to choose our words wisely. You cannot just come out and say the account belongs to the CDF. You say it's claimed to belong to the CDF because I cannot believe it's the CDF that is tweeting that. But you have seen the tweets that are going around and you have seen how many people are supporting the tweets. Sometimes it's not hard to lose hope, Enoch. Sometimes it's not hard to. I've not lost hope in myself, but it's when people lose hope in their country, Enoch, then they'll start saying, what for? Let's talk about this some other time, guys. Thank you very much for being part of the broadcast. I wish you a very lovely Tuesday. I'll see you tomorrow in Lifestyle Wednesday. May the good Lord bless you. Ciao.